Holy cow, it took a while. Oh, hello. Where's the... There's the background noise. Am I forgetting something? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I was thinking of posting on Twitter and Blue Sky about starting to stream, but I realized this is kind of like a work stream, so I don't know if I really want to go. I don't know if I really care to. I'll just go with the thing on Discord. And I'll just, not able to... No! So today... cough, cough. Today I'm going to try to get back into Cubase. Cubase, which is what I was, I picked this up recently, but... okay, so... I had a bit of a back and forth. I worked with Ableton, and then I worked with Cubase, and then I worked with Ableton again, and then worked with Cubase because of trials expiring and renewing and whatnot. So in at least some part, this stream is going to be kind of like getting back into, trying to get back into Cubase. Thanks. Hello Bug, hello Sir Baker, hello Goober, hello Anonymous, hello Mike Brongus. Brongus. The us suffix is messing with me. After I got so rudely, I don't know who by who, associated with Chunguses. You guys a little nicer? It's a lot nicer, I think. I think it's nicer. It's a bit less utilitarian. I don't know. Ableton is funny because it like it feels comfortable to use, but it's ugly as heck. Whereas this is similarly comfortable to use, but doesn't look ugly as heck. Dog Cat of Steinberg. Dog Cat? Just crimes of your musical fealty will not be forgiven. What's a dog cat? What's a dog cat? Anywho, I don't know what I'm really going for today, so... Let me get rid of these first. Just gonna make sure my pianos are still working. Like a cat dog. Is me. Alright, is this piano working? Yeah, close enough. It's a little more to the right than the left. What about this one? This other piano? Okay, so I'll just balance the left a little bit. What kind of piano is that? That is, it's Y2K era Yamaha. And a Y2K era Roland. Those, they're actually kind of more like, little hardware units. This is one of the Yamahas I'm using. I don't know if I have the other Yamaha. This is the one that I'm technically using for one of the two. Although it doesn't have to be a piano. I can do all sorts of weird stuff, and I'm gonna do all sorts of weird stuff. One thing I'm going to definitely do is, I'm going to combine a marimba and a kalimba. And that gives it kind of like this like wooden piano feeling. I really like it. But I gotta find a good chord progression to like throw onto it first. So I'm gonna play with the piano a little bit first. Malimba. That's right, malimba. I was watching a tutorial actually on just like general cute sounding music, I guess, from some Japanese tutorials. And then one of them had a weird like keyboard that they called it a gamer's organ. I was like, what the heck is a gamer's organ? The heck is that? Well, I thought it sounded pretty cool though. So I was trying to like I was trying to mess around like, okay, what can I do to make something that sounds just like the so-called organ? And then I just combined a marimba and a kalimba, and I was like, oh, that's basically it. Marimba and a kalimba. Dog of X house, but you're a cat. What's an X house? Steinberg is developer of Cubase. True, and also apparently Yamaha is like a it's like a subsidiary of Yamaha or something. I don't know. I'm not sure of the actual details. Hello, Donna. So this is just playing with like the stock piano on both of these synthesizers. I guess I can just kind of grab them like this. I'll just hold like one little one here. And then I think I have the Roland one I'm using around the corner too. Where did I put that? I thought I had a picture of the Roland somewhere. Oh, here it is. These are the two little boys, little scrunkly lads I'm playing with today. This Yamaha and this Roland. House Montague or Capulet. Wow, House Montague and Capulet. I haven't heard that word since high school. Bartholomew. Why do this controller still on my desk? Do I have a scratch on my 8x2 controller already? I bought this like a week ago. Oh well. It was fairly affordable, and also I don't care. Violent gamer. I guess so. I don't think I'm that violent, but I guess so. March 29th, my favorite Monday ever. Yeah, it's basically, I mean, okay, so my logic here is right now, it is Monday. It is Monday in both well, every country not in the Americas, and it will be Monday in 2 hours on the East Coast, or 3 hours. 2 hours. Yeah. It will be Monday in 2 hours on the East Coast. So basically it's a Monday, basically. This is just my way of, I want to rhyme like Music Monday, but I can't stream on Monday because I'm basically Garfield IRL. And I hate Mondays, so I can't stream on Mondays. Hello, Jules. Do you have a desk mat or do you place everything on a hard surface? Okay, about that. Hard surface, but I really am lately thinking I should probably get a desk mat. I want a cute desk mat, actually. Music mostly Monday. My YouTube thumbnail says maybe Monday. I guess I'll add mostly to the thumbnail later. Making music maybe mostly Monday. Merrily. No, that's basically a trademark name. I don't know. I'll come up with another word that starts with M. Okay, well, let's see. First off. I don't have a lot of big expectations in terms of what I'm going to make just yet. All I know is I'm going to do the marimba-kalimba combination for a very wooden, very quick release sounding, weird piano thingy. And it'll have some, I don't know. You can hear like bells playing in the BGM playing right now. One of those is called a glockenspiel, but I might add that with like a celesta or something to just have like a little bit of like a bell sound. I have a big desk mat. I need a desk mat. I need more cheer. I need a desk mat. Only I don't know what kind of desk mat I would possibly make. Or not make, but get. I don't know. Alrighty. Wait, this is kind of weirdly cropped. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Alright. So. It might be too loud. I'm so sorry. Well, I need a chord progression first. And I'm kind of bad at chord progressions. And by bad at chord progressions, I mean I can admire a good chord progression, but I'm not exactly good at this. Roll the dice? No, I don't know about rolling the dice. I'm just gonna play some weird things for now and see if anything sticks. No minor chords at all. No minor chords at all. Only sus chords and major chords, so I don't know. I could also do something really crazy and like minors do not interact. Yeah, basically. I wonder if I can like get synesthesia running so I can actually show off like the notes I'm pressing. That'd be pretty cool. Aha! I can. Sick. Hello, X-Red. One more window to show. I'm gonna show synesthesia so that you all can see what notes I'm pressing. For no reason, it'll just be funny. I'll throw this like, I don't know, here or something. I could just throw this here actually. I don't know. You can kind of see it now. I'll just throw it right here for now. Okay. Let's see here. C major is a little too boring. What can I do to spice this up? Well, I want this to be cute, so what the heck is a cute chord progression? It's a little too dramatic. Hello, Yaman. What if I fit a pink girl anime? Okay, well, I'm not a pink girl, so it's not gonna fit me. Oh, let's see here. It's gotta be dramatic, actually. Maybe a little bit of a minor chord would work. Yep. I have not a lot of experience songwriting after all. Whoopsie. I don't know, I can do a bunch of like weird sounding, kind of like dramatic sounding, or or like either dramatic stuff or sad stuff, but how about no Melody first or chords first? Melody first or chords first? I guess I could probably just roll the dice anyways. If maybe that's a better idea after all. I'll just spin the wheel or something. Spin the wheel.io. Alright. I got too many programs open actually. 1 second, I gotta close some windows. I think it's about as many windows as I can reasonably close. Even music is getting randomized. I can't believe it. I'm gonna artificially generate my music. Oh no. Do I want to spin the wheel, or could I just think of a silly little... Wait, where did the sound go? I think my program got a little confused. Small little technical difficulty. It would appear the piano's not actually working anymore. I'll go in the spinny site. I actually had Ableton open at the same time. It looks like Ableton was doing this stuff for me, so I gotta reset this up now. Wait, so the audio is like playing. It's just not. I can't get stuff from the mixer. It's being sent just fine. It's just that this is not actually. This is the mixer. This is 3 and 4. It's going to end 3 and 4. I should go to stereo out. Muzak. Only I gotta come up with creativity, and I'm not used to. I gotta do this more often, just because I'm getting kind of like. I feel my creativity is just being kind of like stopped by eyes being on me. I have like a bit of stage fright now. Have you sold the track when you hear it? I cannot, or rather, it is being sent to my audio interface. It is being sent to my audio interface. It's just that Cubase, for some reason, doesn't know how to actually route that to the same stereo that you all hear. It doesn't seem to know how to route that properly to the same stereo. Hello, Roland. Music stream. It's a little messy. I don't know if I'm going to actually accomplish much after all, but I'm going to mess around once I figure out how to fix this weird little issue. Forgot how I rated Kako's Reaper to OBS. I used to do that, but I hated it. There's a better way. I don't think I need to worry about doing the Reaper. Ria stream. I used to use that, but it was also kind of buggy. I have a better solution. It's just kind of might need to restart I might need to restart Cubase. I worry that you're right. Well, I guess I'll save this for now. Save and literally die. Oh dang! It's showing my file, my directory. Oh no! People will know that my username on my computer is actually cat. Oh no! Just the other day I remembered Cubase. Cubase has a weird a few specific things that I think work out in my interest. It's really good with like two things that apply to me. One of those is that it can instantly turn MIDI into like sheet music, which is pretty cool. I like sheet music. I can read sheet music and all. And it does a lot of cool stuff with like external like MIDI hardware, so that's something I have a bit of interest in. Alright, so somehow back to square one. Okay, hold on. Stereo. I'm gonna remove the stereo bus. Why are the subs not centered? I don't know. Because I'm a goofball, that's why. Yeah, I have like performance and I used to be in a jazz band, so I have a bit of a performance background. Not that it means really anything, because now I've got this like crippling stage fright where I can't even play stuff on stream for some reason. But that is the background I technically have, and also music theory. I used to study music theory. Okay, well, can you play now? The mixer is going to my audio interface. Cubase, what are you doing? Just play it out. Oh, here we go. Now? It's not really even showing anything. Wow. Wait, not this window. No. That was the very bare bones of music theory. Even been playing music for almost 19 years. That's okay. Not everyone gets to the same things at the same time. In fact, I know nothing about sound design, and I'm pretty bad at mixing, so I don't really... Everyone gets to different things at different times. Although the lack of sound design is really biting me right now. The lack of sound design knowledge is really biting me. I remember in school playing as part of an ensemble was never part of a problem, but if I had to solo, I could never get through without multiple fumbles. Yeah, I kind of get that. I played guitar in my jazz band, so, you know, playing the simple, like, playing, you know, in rhythm in the background with everyone was pretty simple, but, you know, I did solo once or twice, and I definitely screwed that up. I'm like telling this stupid Cubase to like firmly grasp the audio. Firmly grasp it! Stereo in 2. Stereo in 2. It should be receiving it. Okay, do I gotta like... Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. It's been a long time. I know. Gotta click this. Now I think we're good. Yep, we're good. Whoopsie. I forgot that there's basically a monitor button you have to click first. Also, hello, Mikan Sadie. That's all it was. There's a monitor thingy here, and I didn't click it, is all. Okay, cool. Okay, what do I want to do? It's a bit of a simplistic idea, but you know what? At this point, I'm desperate for various piano chord progression ideas, so... Which of these was record again? I forgot. Number? Why is that the... That's one silly little idea there. I don't know about that one, but it's let's see here. That's sus4, sus2. I think I missed a note. I did go to a triad though. What if I go with like where'd the notes go? They should be here. Where are they? Excuse me, where are the notes? They should be... Oh, there they are. Let's see, how do I, like, zoom this in just a little bit? Give me the note names. Okay, so... Over here. I'll press this button so all these little punches into the screen won't... I don't know about this piano idea, but I'm gonna hold on to it in case I find nothing else. It's not lined up in the rhythm. I don't know. This is what I don't want. No C minor, only C major. Ah, yeah, you're right. The record button is saying you're right. I'm gonna fix it. Go to a different hotkey. Grr. Where's the hotkey options? Key commands. Record. What is F9? Actually, what is F9? Is that anything? F9 is nothing. Cool. Shush. Oh, the plate tool is F9. What the? I don't know what that is. Into the trash it goes. Okay. And then, record. I'll set that to... Rather than number. Whatever the heck that is. Yep. F9. Cool. So, I don't know about that little melody, but... want C major though. Or no, I want E flat major. Melody, 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 melody. It's like I'm being told to improvise on a stage right now. I did that once. I improvised on a stage once in front of a fairly large crowd. That was a very long time ago, though. I played a rather famous guitar solo. It was just kind of me with no one else. This was back when I mostly just played guitar. The funniest thing to me is I think someone actually like stood me up afterwards because it was part of a variety show for school. Separate from when I was in the school's jazz band. I was in a variety show, and there was this guitarist too. I'm pretty sure he was actually just playing better than me. And basically he did the exact same thing I did, but like actually better. And it was like after me. And I didn't really think much of that at the time. But as time went on, I started to realize, did the variety show director do that intentionally? Did the variety show director just be like, we don't want to turn you down. Your audition was good. We're gonna keep you, but we're also gonna have this guy too, and he's gonna go after you, and he's gonna do better than you. Can't wait to get to the part where I'm just playing with other instruments than just piano. Can't believe I'm officially a piano hater. I like that little thing. Now I can just find a silly little way to continue that. Makes me think of the short films that use the piano only as the sound in the movie. Yeah, or the sad part in Sonic Adventure 1 where the robot is about to explode and it's piano playing solo in like a soundtrack is so silly. It can work so dramatically for really sad stuff. It can work so dramatically for just not dramatically at all, but just like, here's another one, Breath of the Wild, Zelda. It's just a cat being dropped on a piano. Hmm. Not really sure how to feel about most of what I'm coming up with, but I don't know. Not really. I mean, I wish I was more of a composer, but I wish I was more of a composer. Hmm. I never actually played Breath of the Wild. I feel like I should play Breath of the Wild though. I'm just a little open world phobic. Oh, let's see here. Is this the kind of idea, really the kind of idea I want though? I can come up with like a different rhythm later. So I'll just have like the lazy, this kind of like, lazy chord for now. Later on, what I'm gonna do is probably... I'm gonna throw those chords in like a proper... In the wooden piano I was talking about. The marimba. And I'm going to add a different rhythm to it then. Marimbas, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna combine a marimba and a kalimba to make it a malimba. It was an idea I found a while ago. There was a tutorial for how to make cute sounding music, and one of the instrument that I'm thinking of, they called it a gamer's organ for some reason. It was in Japanese. It was a Japanese tutorial. It was just like gamer's organ or something like that, and which was like gamer's organ, but the closest I got pretty close to it with just combining a marimba and a kalimba. So just, I guess, for the sake of demonstration, I don't know about this idea, but I'm just going to trust the process for now. Let's see. So these older synthesizers, you can send up to like 16 instruments and 16 channels of notes for 16 different instruments at once. So I'm gonna make this one a marimba. 1 second. How's the marimba again? I will just copy this for now over here. Gonna get rid of these notes here. I'm gonna properly line these things up. No. That is just the marimba. Gotta make that louder, actually. Hold on. Gonna combine that with the the kalimba over here. Cubase. Hello, Cremisette. And then, where was the kalimba? Kalimba. It was 109. The 109th preset. I'm gonna combine them. There's a weird echo effect on here. I gotta get rid of it real quick. I don't want the echo effect. I do not want echo. I gotta turn that off somehow. I think it's the chorus effect. I gotta turn that off here. It's a little strange. So it's not very loud, come to think of it. Well, I will at least have a slightly quieter piano to like kind of back this up, I think. Hold on, why are these volumes here? There. Sounds a little silly, but whatever. It's about the sound, it's not about the chords or whatever. The combined instruments and toy keyboards. Yeah, kinda. I can kinda hear it, yeah. I could just be crazily excessive and have like both of these synthesizers, kalimbas and marimbas, be doing this at the same time. Actually, why don't I do that just for craziness? Absolute unreasonableness. I'll have another. This will be channel 3. I'll, I don't know, throw them over here. And I'll set this up real quick to just... For the Roland, it is like a 30. Roland and Yamaha, thank you for having different numbers for GMs later on. Maybe adding a late room or spring river on a marimba. I think you're right, but I'm a little limited for effects the way I'm doing this right now. I would probably do that more with like mixing later on. It's part of the reason most people usually don't play with the synthesizers this old anymore, since you can't really there's not a whole lot of room for effects. I guess I could add a little bit more. Actually, what if I just did like... Yeah, actually, maybe. Oh my gosh, just... Over here. Over here. Over here. I think that was a little too heavy on the reverb. Just a little on both. This is kind of a weird, obscure way of doing things, I guess. So with these like older synthesizers over here, there's not a whole lot of controllability you can do when you're doing this like performance, like multi-instrument performance thing, which is how I prefer to write music on the fly. You typically have only some type of reverb and some type of chorus that you can control. You can control resonance, filtery things. You can control attack, release, and decay. You can't really control too much else unless you actually just go playing with like the actual hardware like more directly rather than just playing in the DAW, which is what I'm doing. So this is kind of a strange stream, I think, even for most music streams. It's what I get for preferring older music stuff. I got into a bit of a rabbit hole with like looking at the type of synthesizers used for music for PlayStation stuff and Nintendo Wii stuff, and that's the kind of stuff I like collecting and trying and failing to make a little bit with. It's not really a huge, like, it's not really a brag, but it's more of like an explanation. This, the Yamaha here was used for a lot of Nintendo Wii channel stuff, and the Roland Phantom here was used for a lot of Mario Galaxy and Animal Crossing kind of stuff. Kind of like the Nintendo stuff. Hello, Den. Hello, Den. Out of curiosity, though, what if I add the marimba from the Roland? This should be channel 2. Oh, that's part 1. Okay. Switch this over to the marimba. It's a little weird and excessive sounding, but you know what? We're just gonna... Now, where's the kalimba? Kalimba, 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 kalimba. It's like way, 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 way here. Kalimba, 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 kalimba. Where'd it go? 199. Back on the Wii era, contact libraries was starting to get popular if I remember well. Kinda, yeah, kinda. It was starting to get there. I know, Pokemon Black and White actually used a little bit of contact stuff. Yeah, I think those called like Contact Factory Library was starting to get used a lot more by then. But there was still a lot of a little bit of hardware stuff still being used for a little while longer. Actually, if I'm not crazy, I think the Roland here was actually used even in Mario Kart 8, if I'm not crazy. Also with a bunch of... It was used in tandem with a bunch of stuff like contact stuff. Oh boy, 2 marimbas and 2 kalimbas all at once. How does this chord sound? Oh gosh. It's a little too high. What if I like lower the octave? I don't know if I need to do that. Or libraries that emulate them. Korg M1, my beloved. Korg Triton, my beloved. Okay, I'm just gonna... Just gonna roll that for now. And I'll have one more channel. For now, which is... well, two more. I'm gonna do two more. I'm gonna have the melody. I'm gonna have the melody. Got to use a VST that I really liked, if I remember well. It was a long time ago. Yeah, Korg goes on that like really fast. I'm kind of surprised. I'm so kind of surprised not a lot of companies really rushed that early. Like, it's ridiculous. Korg made like VSTs like so early. Like, Korg. I think the M1 VST was like 2005 or something. It was working on Windows XP. That's so crazy to me. The VST now has been out as long... No, the VST of the Korg M1 has been out longer than the time period between the actual M1 and the release date of the VST. Korg, I love you. If I hadn't decided on what I'm going to use for this, then I would have added a Korg to this, but I feel like I'm already spreading myself a little too. I need to like lower... I really need to like... I know my creativity only really works... Not that I'm really that creative, but my creativity only works when I really get rid of all other options. It's like writer's block, except I don't really write anything. I know it always helps me regardless, is just to just get rid of a bunch of other options. A few options is possible. It was the M1. Oh yeah. If it wasn't the M1, then it was probably going to be the Wave Station. Those were like super early. Yeah, the M1, I think the M1 VST was also used in a lot of stuff. A lot of games in the 2010s, I think. A lot of indie games. I know stuff like Sonic Mania used it a little bit. I'm yapping too much. I gotta do something. Hope it still loads up. Depends on what you're going for, I think. If you're going for... well... like, if you want to do like a house music thing, that M1 piano really cuts through it really well. If you want to do like a more ambient 90s sounding stuff, I think it's really good for that too. Actually just yesterday I discovered the visual novel Air by Key, the company that made Clanad and Canon. I discovered the M1, not the VST of course, the VST came after, but one of those visual novels actually used the Korg M1. So if you want like a older visual novel sound, you can... it used a lot more than that, of course, but that was one of the things it used, basically. And I know, obviously, the JV1080 VST by Roland is... I actually just heard a Vocaloid song like a few days ago. I noticed a Roland JV1080, which was released in 1993. I heard the snare for it in a Vocaloid song that I really like. So, and that song was released 4 years ago and has like 15 million views. So you can definitely find good usages for stuff on these old VSTs. That requires you to be good at writing music, and I'm not really the expert on that. I'm just gonna observe. I don't know if I would consider myself the expert on that. Alright. This is going to be... I'm gonna go for the glockenspiel. Where exactly is that? I think it's around here. Got it. I think I'm mostly... I mean, it'd be nice if this wasn't the case, but I feel like I'm more interested in music, like, stuff rather than music itself. But we'll see if I fix that. I mean, I'm going to hold myself to this. I'm going to do this once a week, every Sunday evening for me. Maybe I will eventually get used to using an instrument in front of people again. I'm not used to that at all. I used to do concerts and they just fell the frick off. Should get rid of the... There's a lot of reverb on that. Get rid of that. Cut that out. Double that. And we're gonna mirror this with a sine wave, which I've also heard is really good. A really good option. Where would I put a sine wave? Well, I'll just start a piano on it for now. I wonder why it sounds a little disjointed here. Holy cow, what? Did I write like a weird like rhythm here? Like why is this not fitting in 4/4? It's not fitting in 4/4. Maybe one of that Sega Genesis sound. Oh yeah, I cannot deal with FM synthesizers at all. You really gotta take time to learn sound design for that, and that is not my expertise. Oh, why does it feel like I'm like... I want the chord to come quicker. The next chord to happen faster. Did I accidentally write like a 7/8 rhythm or something? Hold on, where can I change so time signature here? What if I do this now? Combine everything up here. Oh wait, no. Or yes. Huh? I'm so confused now. Hello, Conchanito. Hello, hello. It's 7/8. I wrote a 7/8 rhythm. Are you kidding me? No, I didn't. Nope, I did not. I did not rate that. What is... Oh, undo all this. Go back to 4/4. What if I just, like, I don't know... Why are you so distraught? What do you mean by distraught? Mostly just because I'm not used to doing music stuff in front of people. It's been too long of a while, and I'm a little uncomfortable, but I gotta break through that. Unfortunately... Oh, you just meant the time signature thing. Uncommon time signatures are fun. They are fun, but I don't know if that's actually what's happening here. Also, if it's not 4/4, nobody can, like, dance to it. It might be 15/16. No! No, I didn't accidentally write a 15/16. No! There's no way. No way. I can't believe this. No, I don't think it was. No, I don't think it was. No, it's not. It's not. I'm so confused. Okay, now I'm like hooked on the stupid melody. I just gotta figure out what's going on here now. Why can't I make this match? Okay, I'm just gonna add the frickin'... 1 second, I'm gonna add a drum to this. I'm gonna add a drum from the Roland. I'm gonna call it channel 10. And I'll have a hi-hat play every single time. Alright, the Roland in this has a card for drums, and I haven't really used it, so I'm gonna try to use it for something at least. I don't know if it's gonna fit the song very well, but I'll see what I can do. I can't count very well. I mean, there's no metronome right now, so I don't really know what I'm doing here. To when in doubt, add drums. I'm basically adding a fake metronome here with the drums. Hello, Urchin. They're a little too loud, but it's close enough. Oh, thanks for the membership, Urchin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I usually have to have something to keep time for me or I drift like mad. Yeah, I am definitely drifting. If this were the jazz movie, with the mean jazz teacher, I would definitely be getting, abused by that teacher right now. Eee! Makes me really happy to see my own emojis get used. Let's keep this looping for a little while and zoom in. Try to find a misunderstanding here. I think I need to repurpose the melody a little bit because the melody itself is just a little broken. I think I got it actually. I got it, yep. It's 4/4. I just had the first note drifting, being a little too early. Whoopsie! Sheesh, adding a piano almost sounds good. Yeah, it might have been syncopated. I think you're right about that. I think you're right, it might have been syncopated. Having an extra piano here is not the worst idea. But I'm supposed to... $300 pianos. Only 2 or 3 or 4. Or 6 or 7. Alright. 6. Channel 6. Gonna have to make a sine wave here. freaky chord. It's a freaky sound. I like signs a lot. I like signs a lot. This is, it's just a stock patch on one of the... I'm not very good at sound design, so I like to just kind of roll with the patches that usually come straight with these things. Preset fiddling hell. Yeah! We fear that Aminako gets a 6-7 toggle. Triangle's looking, triangle's looking. It's gotta be a top 5, definitely a top 5 wave, along with square wave and sine wave and sol wave and one other wave I forget. Yeah, I don't know, signs have a very bubbly sound to them that I really like. I've been looking a lot at the Mega Man 8 soundtrack, and it's really funny how the Mega Man 8 soundtrack just uses like simple sine waves like all over the place. Yeah, I can see triangle working well for basses. I mean, it does go to show that the Game Boy, for example, and the NES had like a triangle wave, and most people just use it for bass. Okay, now we're gonna attempt. Keyword attempt. We're gonna attempt to incorporate the next chord into this. Oh dear. Supercell. Yeah, you gotta have a supercell. I'm going to use a supercell. I'm going to use a supercell today. I'm going to use a supercell fairly shortly, actually. Once I get the second chord incorporated. It was F, G, and A flat, or A sharp. No, it was E flat, F, and G. What a weird knot chord that is. I'm not confident on this, but how's the next chord fit in here? I guess we'll find out. Oh gosh, that sounds Nintendo's heck. That's insanely Nintendo. That sounds like a Mario Kart. That was unintentional. Oh, but why does it sound Nintendo? Nintendo agents at my door. I mean, maybe I should just roll with it. Maybe I should just roll with it though, because like I do this kind of like Nintendo imitation like anyways. My whole thing I feel like is kind of just like looking at older video game music and trying to imitate me, so like this should be a little bit less Nintendo-y, but yeah, let me try a different sign here. Actually, I'll just like high unison. I don't actually know what that would be, but I have another idea. I have an idea. I'm not gonna go to Columbia here. I'm gonna switch this instrument. This was channel 3. Wait a second, there's no sine wave in General MIDI? What the heck? Ah! I call this thing called 2600 sine. I don't know about it, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Okay, this was certainly an idea of all time. I need to demonstrate the supercell thing that I'm like I'm like forcing myself to like use. Maybe if I start with this is an idea for sure I'm going to keep though, I think actually, whether I stick with this or not. I got to find like a better rhythm for this though, I think. I don't know what I'm going to do for the drums on this, though. I don't know how to write drums. I would prefer, try different kit. I need a stronger kit. I need a stronger, a lot of stronger stuff. I don't know. Whoa, 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 what happened? I'm trying to find a way to combine these two different midis here. Dissolve is not what I'm trying to do. How do I combine the two? There's like two different like midis in here. I gotta combine them. Whatever, I don't care. It's like I don't really think the drums fit here, but whatever. I'm gonna go messing with the Super Soul. I don't care. Okay, so let's drums IDK. I'm gonna call this channel 4, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go look for a Super Solly Solly. A Super Solly Solly. I need background noise or else I'm gonna literally die, so I'm just gonna... I need something like... Oh, what does this do? I'm looking for a saw. I'm looking for a saw. This is the part where watching the stream is going to be kind of weird because you're just going to hear a bunch of weird random sounds until I settle on something. What's not doing anything? Huh? Why is this not doing anything? These numbers should be doing something, but they're not. I wonder why they're doing nothing. Why is this working and this is not? Strange. Okay, basically I'm sending it like a message to lower the filter, which makes it it kind of turns off like the higher frequencies. But I'm trying to like undo that and it won't go back for some reason. It's nothing that's like permanent or anything, it's mostly just a weird issue with the doll more than the actual synthesizer. I could just move to another channel for this, but eh. Okay, so it is getting sent somehow. It's not working. It's not working for reasons I don't really know. I don't get it. This is the brightness one? Yeah, it's the bright. It's like... It's doing something. Yeah, it's like harmonic and its brightness. They're both doing separate different things, but... The effect is not really being sent over from the program to the synthesizer very well. This is a pretty important thing to do for what I'm trying to do here. So, it seems like... Okay, what about volume? Can you do volume, or are you going to script volume too? It's being like this for the volume too. I wonder what's wrong with the program for this particular track. Well, I'll just move to another one, I guess. And so... Didn't realize that could work really well for a potential dance song at some point later. I'm not gonna worry about that. Yeah, this is very... It's very house music. Which, I think house music was still popular around the time of the PlayStation 1, or at least... It was shortly before, at least. I was thinking like Sonic CD almost. This is the part where you expect some like really like 4 bass drums on the beat. Dum 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 dum. I'm just messing around here. What if I just record something like stop, stop. You are already recorded. Go there. I'm in such a weird, like, old EDM, like, rut of some sort where if I want to write more electronic-y, techno-y, housey stuff, then I'm like, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. That's the kind of bass drum rhythm you would have for something like this. If I can just line this up a little better. Not a good demonstration now, but goodness. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Dun, 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 dun. Stretch this out. Stretch this out. Stretch this out. I think I'll need a faster tempo than this anyways. Let's go to, I don't know, 160. 140. 140. What the heck? Okay, here, this is it. There is your house music. There's your house music thingy. Yeah, if you snap the notes to the grid, yeah, it's gonna sound a lot more on the beat. Hello, Speedwagon. Hello, hello. Oh no, I'm really into this one. This isn't what I want to make though, but I'm already thinking of things I can do here. Oh, I can't, like, all I can do is just make specifically, like, okay. Something like that, and then I'm just immediately thinking after this I'll throw in like a nice bass line of some sort, like a nice groove or something. Like, you gotta have the bass drum just like drop out here for like a dramatic tension of some sort. And then you could have a bass and you could do crazy stuff here. this bass is channel 6, not 7. Let's find a good bass for this. Oh no, this is a good idea. This is a good concept here. I don't know about that actually. Or maybe like here? I don't know. Maybe different notes for there, like. I don't think that's a good idea, but. Well, it was a demonstration. Okay, well, you would add like a snare drum the second time around. Like, I don't know, like this. Those are probably crash. I assume this is a crash. Snap the notes. Snap the notes like reminds me of those TikTok edits. Wait, what? Reminds you of TikTok edits? What if I just like do this? Will this look good at all, I wonder? Look good? Sound good. It's music, Munico. It's not supposed to look good. Well, you got a nice little thingy here. You got a nice little. This very hype music. If you don't, no, I don't think you're alone. I'm just thinking. It's just kind of weird for me to imagine this music is actually being in any way popular today, but that's kind of cool, I guess. Well, I have no idea how I would continue that, but there's Minako's little attempt at house music, I suppose. The important part is, I don't know what the important part is. But you gotta have like a bass kick on every single beat, basically. That's sort of I only learned recently. Let's go back to what we were doing before. How's that sounding now that I've taken some time away from it? Nintendo. The important part is the important part. Hello, soccer. I'm getting brain rotted a bit. Everything I make sounds like it's either from a Mario game or a Sonic game. Not the drums in here, but da 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 da. This is on Nintendo. Although I can't wait to play Daisy Circuit on the third lap. No, Baby Park. You are back. Hello. Hello. I will show off a little house music thing I just made up on the spot in 1 second. I don't know what possessed me. Oh, I know what possessed me. I was going through presets. And I found one that sounded very housey or ravey, and I was like, okay, well, what is house music? Let me put everything aside to go focus on the genre that I'm like information maxing on right now. And need to add the market race countdown. Challenge accepted. 1 second. Challenge accepted. Give me 1 second. I learned the other day it was actually very simple. What do you do for the countdown? 1 second. It's got to be an organ. I think it's called a drawbar organ, but any kind of organ. Hello, Nanashin Gonbei. Your creating music is awesome. I don't know if it's awesome, but you're awesome. Looking for an organ. A drawbar organ. Oh, it's got to be a drawbar organ, but that's not good. No, what's a better organ for this? There's your racing. Just take a very specific era of some kind of like organ and just have a bit of like a dun 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 da or something to that effect. It sounds like the race countdown. What was I doing here? I was looking for a thing. I'm looking for a super sax. Super saw. Super sax. The ultimate saxophone. The super saxophone. Why has nobody created the super saxophone? Get on that! I can't believe saxophone innovation stopped so long ago. I don't know what the whole deal with the organs is, I'm gonna be honest. Also, clavinets. I guess clavinets are the thing that, like... I think clavinets were used for, like... Stevie Wonder's Superstition, I think. I think Stevie Wonder used a clavinet a lot. Other than that, I got nothing. Organ... I guess an organ works for, like, church songs. I don't really understand church organs otherwise. Well, this is a draw organ. Start your engines. Alright, where are... Saxophone. That was not a super saxophone. That was not even a regular saxophone. That was not even a regular saxophone. It sounded weird. I didn't like that. Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna have a stream once a week on this particular day of me messing around with music stuff. That sounds like a potentially fun idea. Bleeds into Monday, so it can technically be Music Monday. Very technically. I mean, for those of you living in Europe or Australia or Japan, it's already Monday, so... Give me the super saw! Preset exploration stream. I don't know if that'd be very fun though. Don't know if that would be very fun. I don't know if that would be very fun, but I get a lot of ideas though from like messing with presets though. I don't know, would that be too dull or silly just a stream of me exploring presets on these things and trying to come up with like random like melodic ideas or whatever? That sounds weird and nerdy. I don't know. On the other hand, though, now that she mentioned it, though, I might really consider it. Just trying to find a super saw. It's so hard on this, though. Though, I guess I could have like a small like webcam right next to the synthesizer so you can see what I'm seeing. That would be a lot more useful, I feel like. That would be a lot more... You could actually see what I'm seeing, basically. That would be a lot better, maybe. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense when it's, all at once, because I don't know how to set up a camera with that. But if it's just the screen, I could probably do that just fine. What a strange preset. What a silly little thing. What a silly little thing. Hello, Dingo Cruise. Very gorp noises. Yeah, it very is. It really is really gorp noises. It's kind of crazy that I can't just find a simple supersaw on this thing. Whoa. That was clipping. Holy cow. That had meow in the name. That's the gorp noises again. Kind of reminds me of like a particular Wii like weather channel thing, which is not what would have been used there, but has a somewhere like weird vibe of like it's probably just a simple, slightly harmonized square wave with a bit of a delay to it. I don't know, kind of like that. Just like a simple sine wave or like a square wave just being echoed with a bit of like echo and reverb to it. Higher pitch and just kind of like vibing there. I like that. Dialing random numbers. It does sound like that, you're right. I'm just trying to find a supersaw on this thing and I can't find it at all. Why is there no supersaw on this? Roland, you literally... When did the freaking JP come out? Oh my gosh. Roland supersaw when? So the JP 8000 was 1996. Well, this thing was 2004, so give me a freaking supersaw. I don't know, maybe it's in the... Maybe it's What about this? Ow, close enough. Alright, whatever. Throw in a C minor ninth chord. Throw in a C minor ninth chord. Gotta drink some more water, clearly. Weirdly raspy voice. What do I make for the second chord? So I could do this like... I could do then like, I don't know, a G in the bass and like a F major 9? Sounds good to me. Oh yeah, that's just the old... That's just the old minor fourth chord to the tonic or whatever. Oh, no, hold on. No. I said F. Okay, so the thing with the super saw here, it's not really a super saw, but I can't really find a better saw on this thing. I could probably make one, not too difficultly. I don't know if there's really any options for unison here, but... What I could do is, assuming this will work, which it wasn't working a second ago, so I don't know about it. I want the brightness and harmonic thing here. Hello, Souffle. Want the harmonic thingy here? Oh no, it's doing the stupid thing again. Oh, it's actually working. Cool. Okay. And then the harmonic and the brightness, and I'll just mess with them a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean... So raise the brightness. It's a bit of a sharper saw sound. And this is the part where I realize you can do some pretty cool effects if you like... I like this kind of effect here, if I can just... I'll get rid of this real quick. That's an idea at least, I guess. Ow. Musical class, something like that, yeah. Hello, Kit Kat. It's less of a musical class and more just me messing around in front of people until I come up with something cool. I don't know if that'll actually happen, but it is something I could maybe do. Lower the volume a little bit. Alright, let's come up with a nice bass line for this. I like that little melody there. Hello, Shatter. I used to play bass guitar, so I feel like I can come up with both bass lines fairly quickly. Kind of feels a little weirdly jazzy in a weird way. Okay, what's a good bass for this? I'll probably stand to lower the volume on this a little bit. Hello, Bubba. How goes the production? I mostly just want to get used to doing musical stuff in front of people because I'm not very comfortable with that, and I want to get comfortable with that again. I had the idea of writing something cute today, and that clearly isn't really working out per se, but... Oh, I had this funny thing earlier, actually. I was trying to write something cute earlier, it didn't really work out, but the funny thing is it ended up sounding very Nintendo. So it's around over here. There's the part that sounds extremely Nintendo, and I hate it. The second part of this. That melody is it feels so Nintendo, and it makes you wonder if I'm like copying like a song that exists. I feel like Mario Kart Wii or Mario Kart 7 absolutely did the da 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 da. Absolutely is what I feel like. I just don't know. I can't really da 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 da. Is it Luigi Circuit? Maybe. I don't know. I didn't actually check. Or is this the issue where you write songs that already exist? There's I don't know if anyone else knows the channel Daniel Thrasher, but it's his most watched like series of videos where he tells a music teacher he's written something, and the music teacher is just constantly going, "That already exists. Someone else already wrote that." And then I guess I also wrote this little house music thingy. And now I'm just messing with something else entirely. I feel like I want to have something else here. What's a different chord I can throw here? I don't know. Let's see here. So, we have like freaking crazy chords already. Or it's like, what are we looking at? We're looking at like, write this on stream. It is a C minor 9 chord to a C minor 9 chord to F major 7 with a G in the bass. Hello, popcorn. Um. Oh, I want to do something dramatic with that chord, but I don't know what. Something dramatic here. Like. That chord could go after that. I don't. How do jazz musicians arrange random, like, interesting things? I don't know. I feel like they just throw random chords at the wall until something sounds good. I feel like. Okay, I got an idea. Add random seventh on the intervals. That's what you gotta do. It's what you gotta do that. You gotta do that. I don't know about this, but whatever. I like the third chord. I like the third chord. It's a good third chord. I don't know about the fourth chord. I don't know. I could do like a F chord here, like a. How about this? I don't know. There's no power there. Ah, what is arranging? What is arranging? That could go well for the chord afterwards, but not this chord. It's an option. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Wait, that's kind of cool, actually. What? That's kind of cool, actually. What are you doing here? Stop that. Well, I'll do that in reverse, so... No, that sounds kind of weird. I can't. No. What if I just... That's fine. I'll just... This is the kind of thing that's a little too intense for some of my synthesizers. The actual speed I'm going for here, actually, one of my synthesizers is not good at actually taking this many messages. Yeah. Like this thing I'm doing right now, it would not be able to do, but this one seems okay, I think. Oh. What does this do? What's it do? I think at the end of that you need like like a weird altered dominant chord, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, we have a nice variable rhythm like that. What if I just like... just add the bass drum, because why not? Dun dun dun! I want like a rhythm at the end of that, like dun dun dun! That could work, maybe. Don't know how to... I'll just throw a crash cymbal over here because I don't really know how to emphasize these things strongly enough. I'm not necessarily going to keep the crash cymbal, but I need the crash cymbal marked down so that I can like feel the note better. Now the crazy thing is, this is the approach of writing the chords first and melody later. If it didn't feel so negative and like minor key, then like I could like put a happier, brighter melody on top of it. Or I could do that anyways. So the first chord here is, I know a little bit of theory. Well, that'll help me here. The first chord is going to be a C. So for a crazy thing like this, what you want is something like something like the seventh of the key, which would be a G, and then I don't know if it's gonna work at all, but the dominant version, so G, B, D, or G, B, D, F. Then a ninth, and also sharp in the ninth for no reason. That's a jazz thing apparently. I know some soundtracks like Mega Man and Bass do that. So that's what does this do? That could work. I mean, it's a fairly typical jazz move, I guess. Oh, come to think of it, that's why. Okay, I just had a music theory realization. This is gonna make sense to nobody, but I'm just gonna say it anyways. The 8-Bit Music Theory channel has mentions this sometimes. But sometimes you want the last chord before repeating to the beginning. In jazz, you want a sharp ninth or a flat ninth, but one of those kind of sounds like a suspended chord, which resolves more strongly to the first chord, in theory. Because it's like a suspended 2 chord. Except that's not how it works, whatever. Oh. I need to add some more bass here. Oh, let me look at this again. So B flat. Oh, I just noticed. I'm actually. No, what I said was very incoherent. I don't know if it's gonna be very interesting to note down. See the bass go. The bass is descending here. That's unintentional, but that could it's kind of cool to have the bass just descending here. So I'll have the bass here, and then I'll have the bass ascend again. Here. A, C sharp, E, G. Feels very like old J-pop almost. But that makes sense because older, like maybe like city pop basically kind of era of Japanese pop is a lot more closer to jazz when it comes to like the actual theory behind it. They use more the so-called extended chords where you take a simple 3-note chord. All chords are like 3 notes at minimum, and most like rock music will just keep it to like 1 or just keep it to those 3. Most like I guess at least American, but I think generally Western pop music for a while just stuck with the main basic 3 notes of a chord. After jazz music, which used whatever the heck they wanted. But Japanese pop music typically just used a lot more crazier chords, basically. Did this have a... I'll just add a D. Okay, let's just start the D and I'll just do... Wait, hold on. Fit the rhythm of the bass drums here, and then what's the last chord? G minor 7. It's not the best chord I could have ever came up with, but I need to shorten those bass notes, actually. That's what you gotta do, yeah. You want a shorter release on the bass notes when you're doing a dramatic thing there. Could I add like a melody to this though? Can I add a melody? It's getting kind of late for me, but I mean I'm gonna be streaming another 10 minutes easily because I gotta go into Monday for me, but... Can I find a weird melody to lick? Let's find like a... Oh, what about the sign? Before I do the sign here. That's a good call and response melody. Putting a song on the guitar. Yeah, the heckin' musical here. I like that call and response. It's not bad. Similar but not the same, but the same contour, as it's called. Lower that. Oh, it's a bell is doing me a whole lot of work here, though. If we can change the bell to something else even. Do the first 4 bars for now. It's taking a little while. I'm trying to do the funny thing where I combine a bunch of instruments at once to give it a very layered feeling. I wonder if I gotta like raise the octave a little higher. I don't think the kalimba and marimba are doing anything. I feel like in the Wii game level, I like that. Oh, thank you. Hello, Tumik. Welcome, welcome. If you want... Speaking of Wii, where was it? Over here maybe? There was How about this? This is gonna sound a little Mario Karty by accident. I don't know why it sounds kind of Mario Karty over here. I must have absolutely just ripped that. Also, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think I just stole the by accident a whole melody from like a Mario Kart game because da 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 feels like it came straight from a Mario Kart game. But yeah, I guess I kind of do. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I wish I made more modern kind of music, but only because that would be a bit more, I don't know, more promotable, marketable, I guess. But I tend to do a lot of like 2000s and slightly earlier, slightly later kind of stuff. I was doing drum and bass in another stream. Syncopation. Yeah, chromaticism. Yeah, I think that's exactly it. I think you're right. Makes sense. Oh no, it absolutely does. Also, I guess the happier, not happier per se, but it's like, it's a lot of notes. Actually, yeah. It's rather syncopated, I think. Yeah. You've got like the da. It's these are not like on beat really. I think they're off beat. Da. Oh yeah, that's very offbeat. That's very offbeat. That and also probably just the instrumentation of like, I've got a sine wave, which I know Nintendo in like general 2000s and like late 90s music really loves that sine wave for the... It's like the sine wave is also very, I don't know, yeah. I have an affliction, which means I'm only capable of writing music that sounds like it could have been from like a Mario game or a Sonic game or like a, I don't know, Mega Man or something. They're easy for generate for low computing hardware. That's what I thought for a while, but also like the old NES, for example, the old Nintendo and the Game Boy, they can only do a square and a triangle for some reason. I guess I kind of feel like it might be like a After being stuck with square waves and triangle waves for so long, even though I know FM synthesis was like very sine heavy. Something about the sine wave feels very like furniture arrow almost. Furniture arrow. I kind of feel like the section here needs to be a lot faster. That's what I do. Press this. Got the extended altered dominant chord there. I don't know what tempo to write songs in. I feel like I have a constant issue of like I default to like 120 BPM a lot, or because that's what the dolls usually default to, and I feel like it makes my music a little too like maybe sad, morose, a little slow. I don't know. I'm working on getting more familiar with 140 and 160 since I've gotten more into drum and bass a lot. I'll see Cubase is on production streams. Yeah, it's not really a really major, commonly used one. I use Ableton a lot too, but drink some water. My motivation for Cubase is mostly like, oh, what would I call it? Like, where was it? Score editor. I like the feature where I can just like, I don't know if this is gonna show up. It doesn't show up. One second. There's like a... It does this thing where you can like have it like create like sheet music of the MIDI that you're selected that you've selected, and that's kind of like cool to me because I have like a sort of like a maybe like a music theory. I can read a sheet music reading background basically, yeah. Also up. My Midwestern came out. Up. Remove. And what else do I like? I like the fact that it's very it works with like hardware a lot more. Full mix and mastering of modern vocals. Cubase artists don't love the features to make sheet music. Ah, yeah. Yeah. I thought about getting artists, but I don't know. I thought I might as well just save a little more. This is an older version. I grabbed an older version from someone on a funny website called Knob Cloud. That's how I tend to get software for like for cheaper, as far as officially speaking. I was using Ableton last week though, so I use that a lot as well. I'm kind of curious actually. Let me boot up Ableton. I'm going to listen to the weird thing I came up with. The weird thing I came up with last week. See if it still sounds okay to me. To work with the full version, yeah. Hopefully you can upgrade at some point, but also if you don't really need to, then I guess it doesn't matter. Definitely depends on one's needs and all. I'm not really aware of all the versions, but I can kind of get really crazy with a bunch of random tracks I don't really do anything with. What was the last thing I was working with? This was 14 days ago. Whoops. Is this gonna work? I don't know if it's gonna work. Hope it's not showing up. Whoops. Oh, I don't know if this is gonna work. Might be a little too loud. Hey, this was a drum and bass from last week. Or 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. This isn't bad actually. I could really stand to expand on this. I could stand to expand on this maybe. I don't know. I worked on that. I know there's like a drum and bass producer now called Pizza Hotline that was selling like a his name's literally just Pizza Hotline. He was just selling a drum and bass pack. Study calculus on this kind of track. Yeah, I need to make more background music. Well, it is getting a little late, so I should probably wrap things up though. I was trying to create something cute sounding. I don't know if it's really working out. I gotta find a project actually. There was something I made. That was a bit more cute sounding, but I can't. Calculus. Yeah, calculus is rough. I want to find it actually. I'm going to show you all what I was trying to do today that I don't think I was able to actually I wasn't able to get working, but if I can find your old project. Was this it? I don't know if this was it. Oh no, this was it. Yeah. No, it wasn't it. The heck is this? Oh, 1 second. Actually, this could work. This could work. I just need to put this into performance mode. This was 3. This was 3. This was 3. I need to turn this thing on. 1 second. I loved calculus. I could not understand. I failed calculus like 3 times. Like, it is not for me. Let me... I think our channels are messed up. Are they? I don't know what they are. No, I don't know if they are. No, I think we're good. No, they're working. The cat might be a little too loud. Ah! A little too loud. Ah! Yeah, it's a little crunchy. I don't know why, actually. I don't remember. Oh, I know. Hold on. It is still a little crunchy. I don't know why, but... Yeah, this, I don't know why I can't get this to play like like it was a while ago. Something's messed up here, but yeah. That was, something similar to this is what I wanted to make, but then it, yeah, it didn't really work out today, but maybe some other day. Maybe some other day. Might be a little too loud now towards the mix off, maybe. I don't know, because it was just fine a while ago, but then again, I've changed the hardware mixer. I worked on that like 2 months ago, and then I've changed a lot with the hardware setup since then, so that's probably related. But yeah, calculus is nuts. I've had this conversation before, but I failed pre-calculus, then I passed it. But then I failed calculus 1, then I passed it. Then I failed calculus 2, then I passed it. And when I passed all of them, it was just barely 2. I remember going to see tutors, and they would explain it to me. I would finally understand it, but then I'll take the test and still fail. I do not understand. Calculus, I don't know, is just not a mixing with me. Just weird because I was so good with algebra too. Got an A in algebra. Oh well. Having to retake calculus sounds like a terrible punishment. Yeah, because I failed it. Then I had to pass it in order to graduate, so I was just like, Let's see, should I go find someone to raid? I mean, truth be told, well, I mean, if I don't find anyone, I don't find anyone, but I'm gonna go search anyways. I'm gonna do a very cursory search. Differential equations. Oh yeah, I would never do differential equations unless I was forced to do a career, the degree which required it. I would struggle so bad. I've been watching a bit of Miso Bon's Tales of Symphonia raid, so I might... actually, I don't know who's like... I don't know. I don't know, honestly. After a music stream, I also feel kind of weird trying to find people to raid. I don't need to raid necessarily. Like 21 viewers, what? It says 15 for me. Is Twitch doing that stupid thing again? 10. Yep, Twitch is doing the stupid thing again. Ha! Twitch, I'll never forgive you! I know all of these names too. I see all these names in chat. None of them are bots. 21 for you is 22. Okay, interesting. Is that like 15 for me? Oh well. Okay, that is accurate then. Okay, it's just being weird to me then. Okay, well, there is nobody else in the VTuber music tag doing any. So I'm just going to go. Yeah, bot. You're not a bot. None of y'all are bots. Look, administrated by Twitch. They really are. They really are. Yeah, I'm gonna go right into Miso Bun's Tales of Symphonia stream because I want to see more Tales of Symphonia. So, yep. I suppose that is the plan today. Thank you for streaming. It was so funny. I would love to someday actually finish a song, but also I could see myself continuing to do streams where all I do is just play with like presets, and when a preset gives me inspiration to write a song, then I'll just write something around it. I could see that being a thing. It'd be nice to actually do a real finish a song someday. Oh well. I'm actually a bot. Oh, you got bot in your name. Oh, I guess you are a bot. Oh, well, you seem like a nice bot, perhaps, potentially. So, hello to me, bot. Got a real bot. Wow. But yeah, I'd like to do some more stuff like this. I think this is honestly, this was fun. This was actually fun. This was actually fun. I'd like to do this again until I get more comfortable with doing music in front of people, because I'm not, and I would like to fix that. I'd love to raid. Oh, raided. I raided?